I want to log in the MySQL database. I have made the MySQL secure with the command MySQL secure installation. This command is allowing me to set the password for the root. I had already set the password for the root, so I'll say MySQL user root, and by using the password I will be logging in. My password I will type. Okay, now it is showing me MySQL database. Now I want to see all the databases that are present on the server. So I'll say show databases. Okay, already there is a SPPU database is there. So I will do use SPPU, that database. So it will show me that is my current working database, SPPU. Now I want to see what are the tables. So I'll do show tables. It will show me the tables. I want to use one particular table. Okay, so I'll use the department table. So for the department I want to see the content. So I'll say select star from department. Okay, now these are the three columns that are there in the department table. Now what is my purpose? I want to connect to this database from Eclipse project. Okay, so for that I will open how to open a Eclipse. I will show you. In the home, my Eclipse is already downloaded and installed. Okay, when we download and we extract, we get this extracted Eclipse file that will have a Eclipse folder, and it is having this executable icon. Okay, Eclipse. So when I will click on this icon, it will give me this Eclipse software. I'll say launch. Okay, my Eclipse is getting launched over here. I'm having Eclipse IDE Photon version. Okay, now I want to create a Java project. So how I will create a Java project? I'll say new and I'll select Java project. So it will create a Java project. So what is my project name? My project name is suppose Java MySQL Con. I want to do the Java MySQL connectivity. So my project name is Java MySQL Con. Next, this is the project name, and it will have a src file that will contain all the classes. So I'll finish. Okay, it is asking me whether I want to create a module info Java. I'll say don't create. Okay, I don't want to create extra information. I want to work with the Java project. Now this is a package explorer window. Now this is one of the already existing project. So I'll remove that. I'll delete these existing projects. So it will delete from window only. Now I am having Java MySQL Con. This is the project that is created. This is the src folder. Your classes will reside in this src folder. So I'll right click here on the project name. After right clicking on the project name, I'll click on the new, and I will add a class to this project. Now what is the name of my class? My class is that department DB. Okay, department database is the name of my class. So I'll write public static void main string args. Okay, finish. So this is my department DB, a class that has been created. Now I want to do the connectivity part, and I will be doing that connectivity by using the JDBC ODBC. I would be importing java.io package. After java.io, I will import java.sql package. Or I want to use all the classes from the java.sql package. Okay, so I will do that. Now in the main part, I have to carry out the several steps. for connectivity. So first step is that creating the connection object. So I'll say connection con equal to null. That is the first object that I am creating. After that, I have to create the object of the statement class. So for the statement class, I will be creating the object stmt, that is also initially equal to null. Okay, so I have created here the two objects. So the third object that I am creating is the result set object, and I have initialized it to the null. We will be preparing the statement with the prepared statement class. Okay, so I have to use this prepared statement class. The next object I have created is the prepared statement object that will store your query that you will be preparing. Now you have to read the values from your console. Okay, so for that I will use the buffered reader class. So for the buffered reader class, I will create an object br that is new buffer reader class, and to this new buffer reader class we will pass an argument. That argument is we want to read an input from the terminal. Okay, so what is the argument for this buffered reader class? It will have the new input stream reader argument. So I'll write input stream reader. So this input stream reader is a object that I am passing to the buffer reader, and it would be reading the information from the console. So system.in input object I will be using over here. Okay, and here in the end semicolon. So this is the object of the buffer reader class br. Okay, when I connect from the Java program to the database, I will be reading the rows from this database. So ID is an integer, department name is a string, and the best building is a string. So here we will require some variables. One variable would be of integer type. So integer type is the identifier. Okay, so I'll write here dpt id. This is the one variable dpt id, and another is the dpt name, and another is the department building. So dpt bul. Okay, these are the some of the variables that I have created. After creating all these required objects and the variables, the next important step is that we have to open a connection to the database. So everything we have to write in the try and catch block. So in the try block, what we will do, we will open this connection with the con object. So how to open a connection with the con object? So con equal to, we will require a driver manager class to open a connection. So I will write driver manager dot get connection, that will get the connection with the okay, con equal to driver manager dot get connection, and I have to pass the connection URL. Now what would be the connection URL? I have to write that connection URL in the quotes. Okay, so we should have first the driver. Okay, so first part is the driver of that URL. So which driver we will be using? So here we have to load that driver class dot for name. Okay, class dot for name, and we have to pass the string name of the driver. Okay, now what is the string name of the driver? Here we have com dot mysql dot jdbc dot driver. Okay, that is the name of the driver. I have to give here semicolon. Okay. Now com.mysql jdbc.driver, this path from where I am getting. Okay. So a connector. I can extract this connector, but for configuring with our project we will require directly this jar file, so it is not required to extract it. But if you see the path of this file, I'll just show you the extracted path of this MySQL jar file. I'll okay, here I have extracted it. Okay, in the com folder we have a MySQL. In the MySQL we are having a JDBC, and in the JDBC path we will be having this driver object. Okay, this is the driver class. Understood? So this is the driver class that we will require for the connectivity purpose. Okay, is it clear? What first required to do? You have to just Google and you have to download this jar file. What is the name of the jar file? The name of the jar file is the mysql-connector-jar Java. Okay, so from there you can download this jar file. You have to Google mysql-connector-java. Okay, and you will get the suggestions, and from here you can download the jar file dev.mysql.com, and in the connectors, okay, you have to go to this official site, dev.mysql.com, and here you will get the installers. Okay, here is the jar-download.com also is there. So you can go to this jar downloads, and from here jar downloads you can download this jar file also. Okay, so that is also one of the way to download the jar file. Presently you will get here the zip file, but when you extract this zip file it will have a connector jar in it. So I will show you how it appears in the downloads. So if you go in the downloads, this is the jar files. I'll extract it in the jar files. Here I am getting this MySQL connector Java jar. When I have to connect to the MySQL, I have to give con is an object. I am opening the connection with the driver manager dot get connection, and I am giving the name of a JDBC driver. So I'll write JDBC. So JDBC colon MySQL colon here after specifying the driver name, I have to specify the root user and the password. Okay, so comma remote machine colon the port number 3306 is a port number, followed by the database name. Okay, this is my path of a database, that is followed by the credentials. What are the credentials? Root is the username and the password is BBCOEW. Okay, so this is how we have created the connection object con. Now after that I have to create a statement object. So what is the purpose of a statement object? STMT is a statement object that create a statement on the connection. So con dot create statement will create a statement object on the connection. Now we want to prepare the statement. Okay, so how we can prepare a statement, or just have a look. Okay, execute query function, and this execute query function belongs to the statement class. So statement dot execute query SQL, this will execute the SQL query, and it will store the result in the RS object. Now what is the RS object? RS object is the result set object. Okay, when we execute the SQL query, we will get the result in the result set. So by using a while loop, we can print all the multiple rows that are there in the result set. So we will use while result set has a next. Now dpt id is a variable that we have created here, and it is an integer type, and dpt name and the dpt bill, these are the variables string type that will get the values of the id, department name and the building in from the result set object. Okay, and in the variables of the string and the integer type will store the values that are read from the table in the result set, and from the result set it is getting these values in the Java variables. And then we want to print these Java variables, so we can print these variables with the system.out.println. On all these three variables we are printing over here. Okay, here completes your while, here completes your try, and after your try you have a catch that will catch a exception E, and this exception handler will print the type of the exception from the exception stack. Okay, so for that that is the catch over here. Here completes your main, and here completes your class. Okay, so this is the code, okay, for the connectivity. Now we will try to run this application, but it will give initial error. Okay, now I want to run this class dpt db. Okay, so it is giving me the error. What is the error? java.language.class not found exception. So why this exception it is showing? Because I have not configured here the library. How to configure the external jar to Java project? So to configure that jar file to the Java project, right click on your project name, go in the build path, and in the build path you have to add the external jar file. So here we can add the external archive. Okay, now where is my jar file? My jar file is in home. So this is my MySQL connector jar file. Okay, so I have configured this jar file, and again I will check whether it is working or not. Okay, now it has given me error, access denied for the user root@localhost. Now I have to check why this access has been denied. Okay, so I will cross check with the root username and the password. Okay, I'll exit from MySQL. So these are the updated records of the department table. The 3 records are there in the department table. Now I will try to run this program again. Still it is giving me the error, access denied to the user root@localhost. Why it is giving me this error? Here I am getting the problem in login connecting with the root user. So here I am creating the user. So user that is created is create user, group 1 is the user that, and its a password would be the student. Okay, so here I can identify the user. I can set some different password. My password must be secure, so I'll give here the password tecomp1. Okay, again they are saying password doesn't satisfies our current policies. So again I will create this user. tecomp@1. Okay, okay. So here I have created this user. Okay, now I want to connect with this username. Okay, so here we have created a user group 1, and to this group 1 user we are giving all insert, update, delete all the privileges on the table, on all the table, on all the database. So it will give that all the privileges. After that I will restart the service. Okay, first I have to stop the MySQL service, and again I have to start the service. So I'll stop and start the service. Now what is my username? My username is the group 1. So here instead of the root I will use the username group 1, and the password that I have set is tcomp@1. So I'll take the password tcomp@1. Okay, now again I'll try to run this program. Okay, now it has got the access to the table, but it is saying that the building not found. Okay, so there might be some mistake in the attribute name building. Okay, so I'll get the building name, attribute name from here directly. Okay, and again I will run this. Okay, column building not found. Okay, so it is giving me this error that column building is not found. Okay, now it has removed this error. Why? Because initially I had given one space, and due to that space it was considering that the attribute name is space building. Okay, so like that it has collected the attribute from the table and it has displayed it on the console. Okay, so briefly I will revise the things. First of all, I have created the database in MySQL. After creating the database in MySQL, I have created a Java project. In Java project I have added the class, then I have created all the objects and the variable, then that is followed by the loading of the driver, opening the connection with the database. I have faced the problem while connecting as a root, so I have created the another user and the password, and I have connected with it. Why that might happen is that I have made the MySQL installation secure and I have disallowed the remote connection. So due to that, maybe with the root it may be giving me the problem, or due to the security reasons also it may not be connecting. So I have used the another username and the password. Then I have prepared the select query. I have executed this select query statement and I have displayed the result on the console. Okay, so that is the Java MySQL connectivity code.